Hello, everybody. My name is Gregory Hough. I am a digital project manager at GSK. But I have a speciality within GSK where I work on projects that use virtual reality and augmented reality technologies. Specifically, I work within a lab called the Shopper Science Lab, which you'll learn more about later. And I'm joined with my colleague.
Thanks, Greg. Hello, everyone. My name is Muadh Al-Kalbani. I am the Augmented Reality Technical Specialist at the Shopper Science Lab here in GSK. I'm currently leading a knowledge transfer partnership project between the Shopper Science Lab at GSK and the Digital Media Technology Lab at Birmingham City University, which we'll learn more about throughout the presentation.
Okay. And we'd love to tell you more about this collaboration. So what we're going to do is we're first going to introduce GSK and the Shopper Science Lab and the role of augmented reality within that. We're going to tell you a little bit more about the knowledge transfer partnership, then our learnings and outcomes from that collaboration, and then the future of it. So first of all, who are GSK? Well, most of you will know us as a pharmaceutical company. However, GSK actually operates in three areas, so it has three divisions. The first is pharmaceuticals, the second is vaccines, and then the third one is consumer healthcare. So consumer healthcare basically deals with medicinal products that you buy off the shelf in any store, so whether it's a supermarket, a pharmacy, or anything like that. You don't need a doctor's prescription to buy these products. You don't need to see a doctor to buy them. They're just available to you. And like any other company that sells our products on a shelf in a shop, we want to understand the psychology of the shopper when they make a decision to buy one of our products, or whenever they shop within our categories, or what are they feeling when they get home and they try one of our products. And we want to understand that a lot better. So that's where the Shopper Science Lab comes in. So the Shopper Science Lab is a specialist centre for running those shopper research trials and trying to understand that shopper psychology. And it's also a retailer engagement centre. So once we've conducted those trials and we have the results of those studies, the Shopper Science Lab communicates those to our retail partners, be they supermarkets, pharmacies, whoever. And I just have a quick tour of the Shopper Science Lab for you. So this is our facility. We have physical spaces like this store here, which is based on supermarket. You can see eye tracking working there. We have virtual areas, so you can use virtual reality on this big screen here. It's touch screen as well. We have a focus group room where we can listen in on conversations about our products. We have eye tracking capabilities as well in that room. We have emotional response analysis capabilities like you're seeing here. So we can really understand what's going on in those conversations. We have a science academy, so we can communicate the science behind our products. And then we have a pharmacy space, which is another physical store. And that's the Shopper Science Lab in a nutshell. Okay. So these are the tools available to us. We'll just introduce most of these, but one of them that we didn't show you was augmented reality, which is where we're working in right now. And why is the Shopper Science Lab interested in augmented reality? Well, it has a lot of applications within consumer healthcare that we want to explore. The first one is shopper experience. So we want to understand how augmented reality can give special experiences to shoppers in store to make our brands stand out, to make them memorable to shoppers. And we want to understand how that works best. Consumer education is another application. So when a person buys our products, can they use augmented reality in order to use that product more effectively? So maybe it's some kind of lotion or something, and we can tell them, how to use that in a particular way using augmented reality. And then customer engagement. So how can we use augmented reality in order to drive a connection with our brands? So this could be an augmented reality game, for example, that people play and have fun with at home. Then shopper research, and I'll show you an example of this in a moment. How can augmented reality be used to conduct shopper research in a more efficient way? And using augmented reality, we can show different types of stimulus at the touch of a button, as opposed to having to move around physical props, which is much better. Expert engagement. So when we're working with doctors, pharmacists, anybody who has to communicate how our products work, how can we do that using augmented reality in a very interactive and engaging way that they'll remember, so that they communicate that science to the shopper? And finally, how can we use augmented reality to design and visualize the marketing concepts that we're creating? So whether it's new signage, new packaging designs, when we're trying to communicate these to the retailers that we work with, can augmented reality be used to do that? And this is why we're interested as well. Augmented reality is a mature technology now. By 2030, it's going to be worth almost £1 trillion. In 2019 alone, £8.5 billion was invested in augmented reality, and many of the big players you can see there were direct investors of that. And that money is going to be used in areas that are directly impacting GSK consumer healthcare. So £193 billion opportunity for the retailer and consumer sector. Healthcare sector looking to see a boost of £316 billion. And then development and training of staff, which is effectively our expert engagements, is predicted to be worth £265 billion. And I just want to share an application where we've already had some success. So this is testing 2 different sets of stimulus using augmented reality. So here you can see shelf layout 1. We have a certain set of signage over it, certain product layout. And then at the touch of a button, we can change the locations of all the products and all the signage, bring in a whole new set of signage, which obviously when you're trying to test that with shoppers, you can show a single respondent 2 or 3 different designs or layouts that would take a long time if you were doing this in a physical space. So that's obviously one application where we've had success. But we want to know more. We want to know how else augmented reality can benefit us. So that's where we came to the Knowledge Transfer Partnership. So Knowledge Transfer Partnership is a 2-year project to collaboratively deliver technology solutions across a particular business. It's run by a government body called Innovate UK that basically administrates and moderates these projects, as well as makes connections between a university that does research with that technology and a business that has a business use case for that technology. And what we do is, together, the university and the business hire a KTP associate. And that KTP associate takes that academic knowledge from the university and then identifies those business use cases within the business and finds the best way to apply those. And in our case, the academic is Muadh here with me. So do you want to take it from this point, Muadh?
Thank you very much, Greg. So just building on what Greg said, we just wanted to give a quick overview over the kind of key stakeholders in a traditional knowledge transfer partnership. So in this case, we start with Innovate UK. So as Greg mentioned, Innovate UK is the United Kingdom Innovation Agency. So they essentially provide funding for projects that drive innovation, for projects that kind of pursue more or new technological ideas. Their role in the specific knowledge transfer partnership is that they provided 50% of the funding for this project, but more importantly, they also provide mentoring and coaching to the associate, which is me in this case, in terms through their KTN network, which is a network of advisors and industry experts that kind of coach you and mentor you to make sure that they support you enough for the successful delivery of the project. The second key stakeholder is the DMT lab, or the Digital Media Technology Lab within Birmingham City University. So in this knowledge transfer partnership, the DMT lab is a world-leading research facility that are focused on immersive environments. They provide us, so their specific role within this KTP is that under the supervision of Dr. Maita Frutis and Professor Ian Williams, they're able to provide us with the latest state-of-the-art knowledge coming from academia, and also the latest cutting-edge technologies that we can use to realize or to kind of deliver the project successfully. So why are we doing a knowledge transfer partnership? What are the benefits of a knowledge transfer partnership? So the main thing about, or the kind of the biggest advantage of a KTP or a knowledge transfer partnership is that they are designed to benefit all the 3 parties within a KTP. So the academic partners, it's also designed to benefit the company and the associate, which is me in this case. For the businesses, it improves the competitiveness of the business. It also it also improves the productivity of the company as well, and it also provides a resource to the company that is not really available in-house, and expertise that are not available in-house through their academic collaborations. And eventually that improves the processes and the performance of the company, and also leads to higher profitability as well. For the universities and the associates, the main advantage is that they get to drive industry-led research projects, and they also get to form strategic partnerships with industry partners, which is particularly important for the development of future courses for universities. And for the associate himself or herself in this case, which is me, that also provides mentoring and coaching to make fresh graduates or fresh postgraduates to be ready and built up for the industry in their future careers. So what did we learn throughout this collaboration, and what were the main outcomes from our collaboration? So we'll just walk you through our investigation and how it first started. So our investigation into the business opportunities in consumer healthcare started with the formation of the augmented reality playbook. So we essentially investigated which areas were in the business where we can improve augmented reality development, which areas need augmented reality tools, and what is the level of knowledge around augmented reality across the company. So the first step that we achieved with this augmented reality playbook is that we provided a comprehensive overview of augmented reality technology. So we're able to raise the knowledge around augmented reality across the company for business teams and leadership teams, and also highlight its potential for consumer healthcare. We also provided guidelines on how to develop augmented reality applications and also make the business aware of the resources available to develop augmented reality applications, be those internal resources that can be used or external resources and agencies that we can use to develop AR experiences. We also shared success stories. So we have internal success stories with the use of augmented reality. We have external success stories as well that we shared with different business teams. That again is just to convince the people around you and convince people around the business to that augmented reality is a mature technology, as Greg mentioned at the beginning, and that is a technology that is ready to be used as a tool to support the business. We also mentioned, and this was key in the augmented reality playbook, is provide metrics and methods to measure the impact of augmented reality. So we don't want to just develop augmented reality applications. We also want to fully understand their impact, and we also want to fully understand the return of investment of augmented reality campaigns. From this initial investigation and from this initial playbook, then came to life the tools that we developed based on the learnings that we got from this augmented reality playbook, and by highlighting which specific areas need augmented reality and which tools are needed. So the first tool that we're going to highlight is the Shopper Toolkit Augmented Reality. So the STAR tool is an augmented reality tool that showcases the point-of-sale materials and the fixtures that are relevant to GSK consumer healthcare in augmented reality. So shopper toolkits are traditionally used in a PDF format or in a 2D image format. With the use of augmented reality and with the use of the STAR tool, we're now able to showcase everything in a shopper toolkit in your real environment, easily using augmented reality. As you can see in the video, we essentially could give you a full catalog of products just using augmented reality, and you could switch to the products as you want. So what did this achieve? This is proving to be a very strong tool for sales reps in order to showcase our latest fixtures and our latest point-of-sale material. And it also provides contextual information around placing the fixtures in the real environments with our retailers and with our partners. And this increases our collaborations with our retailers as well. It also does lead to an uplift in promotional units that are placed within the store because we're using this innovative technology, because we're showcasing all the possible fixtures using augmented reality. We're able to slowly see that uplift in promotional sales. We've also had a very positive feedback from both sales reps and the business teams on the use of STAR. We also got a lot of feedback to build on this version of STAR as well in the future. The second outcome that we have from this knowledge transfer partnership is a web augmented reality platform for shoppers and sales reps as well. So based on our initial investigation, we found some barriers to the use of augmented reality that are relevant to consumer healthcare. And one of those main barriers was the need to install a separate mobile application. which was seen as a barrier, especially for shoppers that don't really have much time to spend in a store. So in order to kind of limit this barrier, we developed this web augmented platform that doesn't really require installing a specific application or a separate application. With WebAR, we're able to seamlessly deliver our fixtures, deliver our promotions, or deliver our promotional materials, using web augmented reality over a browser without any barriers to entry. So what did this achieve? So this was actually beneficial for both the sales reps and the shoppers. For the sales reps, we were able to engage with our partners in an innovative way, especially in the pandemic time as well, where face-to-face interaction was limited. We were able to, using WebAR, deliver our promotional materials in an innovative way using WebAR, using these QR codes as you see on the screen. So we simply could put this QR code either on a slide or on a brochure, and the sales rep could share that with our retailers and partners easily. And as you can see from the images on the slide, these are actual screenshots from people scanning the QR code and showcasing the fixtures in their own environments. For the shoppers, again, we could seamlessly communicate our key messages with the shoppers. We could provide shoppers with innovative visual experiences with web augmented reality that, again, doesn't really take a long time for the shopper to experience and interact with, because again, they do have limited times in store. And with the use of WebAR, we were able to mitigate that problem. And I'll leave Greg to focus on the future.
Okay, so obviously we had a great output from this project, and we are looking to build this even further. How can we take augmented reality to the next level? You know, we've got 2 other studies that we're continuing, so we're going to carry on doing the research into augmented reality. We have ideas for a second STAR tool based on suggestions from the reps that are using it. We have a webinar program to demonstrate the effective execution of AR, to really kind of promote it within the business even further, and also a living version of the AR playbook. So as new developments come out, new technologies, it will be a consistent reference tool for people within the business. And finally, academic collaboration. You know, we want to scale this to other technologies as well, due to the success of this work. So we're working with Birmingham City University to identify what those could be. We think that computer vision, there is a lot of opportunity there, as well as with artificial intelligence. And we'd also like to become engaged with students for things like guest lectures, industrial projects, and so on. And I suppose my big takeaway from this project as well is that it's important to find cheerleaders within your business for a particular technology. Somebody who understands the use case, can see the opportunities, and picks that up and runs with it to really kind of make things happen. So at this point, I just want to say thank you very much for listening to our presentation, and we'll take this opportunity to let you ask some questions.
Thank you.